you enter a sales situation, do you think consciously about the types of information that you're bringing to that interaction? I think most of us do. I think the answer is, of course, yes. I bring evidence and I bring my PowerPoint slides and my charts and my data and industry trends and brochures about my solution and all that stuff, and I think that's all fine. But the question I like to ask is, are you as conscious of the stories you're going to tell to bring life to that information in that interaction, that sales meeting, as you are all the evidence that you're going to pile up for that person? And I think the answer to that question is often no. Stories are incredibly powerful. They are the way that we make decisions and the way that we connect to things and engage people and make meaning for people. In 1997, 3 researchers, 2 women and a man, walked into the Carnegie Mellon Undergrad Student Center at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. And they walked up to these undergrads, 18 to 22-year-olds, and they said, you know what? We're very interested in how you young people use technology. We're doing a survey. We want to march you down to a different room, and we're going to conduct this survey. It'll take, 6 or 8 minutes of your time, and for your trouble, we'll give you $5. And so, these undergrads, seeing beer in their immediate future, they walked down to this room and they took the survey. And 2 undergrads, Craig and Susan, would walk out. Susan would say to Craig, hey Craig, did you give any money that you just got? Did you give any money to Rokia and Save the Children? And I'd look at my friend Susan like, I gave some money to Save the Children, but Rokia, what are you talking about, Rokia? And she'd say, well, in my envelope, Craig, with my $5, there was a pledge form from Save the Children. And it told the story of a 9-year-old girl called Rokia. And she's dying of a waterborne illness that's entirely treatable, blah, 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 Save the Children. So I gave some money. And I say to my friend Susan, that's weird because in my envelope with my $5, there was also a pledge form from Save the Children. My pledge form said, in Malawi, Africa, on an annual basis, there are 9 million cases of waterborne illness. There are 11 million cases of malaria. They're all entirely treatable, blah, 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 Save the Children. And so I gave some money too. This was not an experiment about technology at all. That was a ruse. That was cover for the actual research, which is on the impact of story versus fact in people's decision making. And here's what happened. What's amazing is the result. It's stunning. The fact-based cohort, so my cohort that got the 9 million, 11 million, on average, we give $1.14 on average. We donate. Susan's cohort, the story cohort, on average, they give $2.38. That's more than double. So the question is, why does that happen? And folks, it happens they've done this research in many different ways. It happens every single time. The reason it happens is stories do 2 things that other forms of information do not. They add context and meaning, and they connect to emotion. And these are the things that animate our decision making. So think about that for a second. Are you as intentional and deliberate and conscious of when you're walking into sales situations, of the stories you're going to tell, as you are of all the facts and evidence you're going to share? And getting that mix right is absolutely critical because the emotion and the context that you're creating with story is what helps people make decisions.